So I've got another little project from Craft and Creativity, another template. This one is for a tea light, a little house votive, if you like, that you sit a tea light under. And I've got several different types of tea lights. Obviously you wouldn't want to use a real tea light because I won't be answerable for the consequences, but I've got several of these little electronic ones, and I've also got a large one, but I've got a feeling this is going to be too big. These are great because they produce a great deal of light, and they've got a little remote, readily available from AliExpress. But I think in this case we're just sticking with one or two of these little ones because I don't think that large one is going to fit underneath. But in the meantime, I'm just going to cut these out. I've printed off two in the plain white, and I've printed off one on a sheet of reasonable quality music paper to see how that works, because I think the creamy glow might be nice. So I'll get back to you as soon as I've got these cut out ready to assemble. See you soon. Got one done, all cut out, and certainly the large light is not going to fit in there, but the little ones will be fine, and you could actually get two side by side, so that will increase the amount of light if you need to. So it went together very easily. A couple of things to remember as you're doing these. These two little tiny folds beside the chimney, one either side of the chimney, just be careful when you're scoring that line to fold. Don't score across the chimney, you want your chimney to stay upright. The other thing, when I cut out the windows and the door, with this one I lined up with those other windows that were there and just cut straight across because I didn't want to fiddle with trying to cut it into a neat archway. But I found the easiest way. You can use your craft knife if you're good with that. I'm better with my Stanley knife. And so what I did was just go in and cut all the long sides of the windows on each panel. I went off a bit. You can use your ruler, but they're such small pieces I'm not having very much trouble. Having said that, and having turned the video on, they're not quite as straight as the last ones, but hey, it's a little paper house for a tea light for 5-minute use, so we're not going to fret. And then just simply go back in and cut the horizontals. And it just takes a minute or two to remove them. I'll just show you what I did with the the little door. Just line the bottom of that and that, the three little windows, just to give me a straight line. Probably cut that a bit too far. And I thought with this one what I might do is, I'll cut it a bit faster, so I'll use the ruler. And then simply fold it rather than cut it completely out, so that the door just stays ajar and it will just let some light out. So I'll go through and I'll cut the rest of the windows out and get these together, and I'll be back shortly. Now for this little doorway, I thought I'd try using my, what's this? This is a 1/2 inch punch because it looks about the right size. size, and then just cut down straight to remove the rest of that. That'll give me one little house with a neat archway. Well, here we are. Here's the 3 little houses all finished. This is the plain one according to the plan, but without the archway. This one has the archway, and this one has got the little door ajar. And to be honest, when the lights are on, this one works best because this little door flap prevents the glare from the little light showing, but it just depends, I guess. If you've got these little ones, they're very bright. And I was thinking too, if you had, this is slightly over an inch, and this is a bit over an inch, so if you had the right size small tea light, before you put these houses together, which is the other template, you could punch a hole in the bottom and then just sit them over them if you wanted to include a light. That'd be really pretty. Pardon me, if you made them from vellum or printed a design on vellum and used the tea lights. Lots of variations, the sky's the limit. But these simple little ones are really sweet, and I'm sure don't have to be perfectly cut out. I'm sure children would enjoy making these. They might need, if they're very young, a little bit of help with getting the folds and the little glued bits in position, but sometimes little tiny fingers can do things quicker than old arthritic fingers. Okay, that's it. Bye for now. See you next time.